Hey everyone, my name is Sofie Veie and I'm a professional guitarist based in London. We are doing a little tutorial today as requested by you all. You guys really love tutorials. So initially I was gonna do a little tutorial about some cool licks that I know and just hand that out to you. But you know what? I actually thought as I sat down, what if you can just figure it out on your own? So here's a little sort of introduction to transcribing. Now, transcribing is probably one of the most essential tools that you need as a musician, and especially today, because ultimate guitar is great, but a lot of it is really wrong. And looking up tutorials and covers on YouTube, some of them are just not great. What is transcribing in the first place? Well, essentially, it's that you listen to a tune and you figure out how to play that on your instrument. That's the basics of it. Now, you can write it down, but for now, don't worry about all that stuff. Now, I just want to give you some quick tips on how to get started doing this because it can be quite daunting, but you gotta start out really, really easy. Okay? Don't pick a Steve Vai tune. Pick something that is stupidly easy, something that you know really, really well. It can even just be like the melody line for a popular pop tune that you enjoy. You know, you can transcribe Doja Cat. Didn't even notice. Da, 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 da. What's that song? There's also, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, or something like that, right? You can really transcribe that stuff. Just start out with something that's really, really easy and that you know really well. Figure out where's the first note on the instrument. My second tip is that use your voice. So singing, right? Let's be honest, I'm not the best at singing, but I use it as a tool to figure out the notes. So say we got, Say So again, right? And I would use my voice to sort of find the pitch. So let's quickly figure out what that is. Yeah. So we got an F sharp right there. So that's what I mean by using your voice. Use your voice to sort of find the pitch on your instrument. Okay, my third tip is that you can also slow down the music that you are transcribing. And that way you have more time to figure out what the notes are. So I personally use a program called Transcribe. Before I bought it, I used this web browser called Tune Transcriber. There's also other programs. There's Audacity and there is was the Amazing Slowdowner. That's the one. I'll make sure to sort of leave a link in the description so you can check it out. If you are more advanced with transcribing and, you pick up things fairly easy, but you always need to slow it down, I challenge you to try and not slow down the music. Try and see if you can pick up some fast lines without slowing it down. And the only reason why I challenge you to do this is because this is going to train your ear to listen out for things in real time, which is a lot more useful in a real world scenario. When you're in a session, you don't have time to ask people to slow down the stuff. Usually you want to sort of pick it up as quick as possible. So that's just like a little tip for advanced people. But if you're a beginner, please feel free to just slow it down. To be honest, even if you're not a beginner, I think everyone slows down the music nowadays. We have the technology, why not? So, yeah, no shame. My fourth tip is that if you ever feel stuck with your transcription and you just can't figure out that one line, try and look up live videos of the people playing. Always, always, always go to the sort of original source, right? So that can maybe help you figuring out where on the guitar neck am I meant to play? What fingering are they using? What technique are they doing? If there isn't a live video, if there isn't a shot of them playing, my next go-to, if I'm really feeling stuck, would be to watch someone else covering it. Because there's usually like just one dude who's made a cover, right? Be careful with that though, because covers, sometimes they're just not great. And you have to think that the cover is their interpretation, it's their transcription, and maybe they've changed something that is not in the original track. So just be mindful of that, but it can be a great way to sort of guide you to what you need to do, right? My fifth tip is, after you've done your transcription, you want to try and listen out for any embellishments. So that would be, is the phrase using any bends? Are there slides? Is it maybe in a different tuning? Are they using a pick? What about stuff like dynamics? You also need to listen out for. What tone are they using? And the reason why you want to do that is because all that information can help your playing, and it'll be stuff that you can use in the future. Number 6 is just like a little reminder that transcribing is a never-ending process. It's ear training, and you can never become the master of ear training and transcribing. It takes a long time, and you just gotta start small and start building ever so slowly. It can be a bit of a brain fry in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. I remember my first time sort of starting out transcribing. I think I did, there's a guitar line in Shut Up and Dance With Me. Something like that. That was one note, you guys. I was struggling. But, you know, over the years, I feel like my ears are pretty great at this point. It's a skill that just needs to be seeded and watered and taken care of. If you just do a little bit every single day, transcribe a little melody, you'll be golden. Trust me. On top of that, what you'll learn by transcribing is you'll suddenly learn a lot of new licks. You'll suddenly also have the power to just learn whatever you want. You know, if you see a cool guy on Instagram who did a cool little lick, you can just transcribe that and steal it. I remember there was a guy specifically who wanted to know how to expand their vocabulary on guitar. And this is one of the things. Transcribing, learning new licks, just get cracking with it. It can only be to your own advantage. And also you don't have to rely on other people making tutorials and showing you how to play it. You can figure that out on your own, in your own time. If you're stuck on what to transcribe, I've made a little cool Spotify playlist with some cool guitar parts. I think most of them are quite advanced, so maybe if you're a beginner, maybe don't start with that. But if you've got a knack for transcribing, try and check out my Spotify playlist called Guitar Goodies. I'll leave a little link below for that as well. If you have any other transcribing tips, please write it down in the comment section. I think everyone would appreciate the knowledge. We're all just a bunch of guitarists trying to get better, right? And also leave a comment with what you'd like me to do next. I think I'll pick some topics that I see on this video and we'll sort of go from there. Yeah, honestly, thank you so much for watching. Give it a little cheeky like if you fancy, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys. This lick used to make me cry. Whenever I heard it, I was like, sweet, sweet Robin Ford, sweet tone. It was just, that lick was everything to me. Yeah, guys, sorry to be so up close, but I just wanted to quickly show you this cool lick that I transcribed from Robin Ford. This is from Freedom that he played live. I'll make sure to leave a little YouTube link for the concert, but here's what it is. So. Oh gosh, it's so good. Now, I'm just gonna play that slow. Okay, and it might not just be 100% what he plays, just because I've played it so much at this point. It's sort of become its own little thing in my playing, but that's my little lick for you guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next time.